I think the budget's really a maintenance budget. Many of the big things like Gonski and Disability Care Australia have already been announced. There's no real changes to taxation aspects, no real benefits in there for business. And I think the government's really just waiting to see what happens at the next election. There's a lot of things that need to be done for the Australian economy, such as getting costs down for business because of the height of the Australian dollar, deregulation of the labour market from what we've currently got. A lot of those things just aren't talked about at all. And getting back to surplus really relies upon the private sector doing better over the next couple of years, particularly investment outside the mining sector picking up. And we just think that's going to be rather difficult in this environment. It is a budget, I think, which sort of prompts more questions and answers about where the Australian economy and the government policy is headed. I think given the outlook for inflation, given that the budget deficit is sort of being slightly pulled back, that gives us the capacity for further interest rate cuts. But a lot of it's going to depend on what's happening overseas, particularly what happens with commodities prices and what happens to local inflation. I think the business will look at it and say, well, there were things really left undone. We're really now just waiting to see what happens at the election and to what new policies will come out of that on either side of government. But I think business will look at this and sort of say, look, there's things that should have been done, haven't been done, and the government's really in caretaker mode. I think the good out of it is that we didn't see further tax rises, particularly on business. The bad thing about it, I think, is that not enough decisions were made on spending. I think the budget will be brought back into surplus, but I don't think it's because of the policies that we've seen in this budget.